the effects you have of easier on the operator is really big. I mean, my wife noticed it. Come home easier and happier.
I used to have a little bit of back problem, and now with the joystick controls, moving with the seat is much more comfortable for me.
I like the hand controls on the 310SJ. I like the fact that they're in the armrest. It's more of a joystick feel, like a bigger excavator. That's what I personally am more comfortable with. I think from a operator standpoint as a whole, it's a more comfortable feel. What I like most about it is the seating position, the controls in the armrests. It's a much more comfortable digging position. Doesn't make my back hurt so much at the end of the day.
The controls on the 310SJ, they're mounted right beside you on the armrest. It's the same feeling as in an excavator. Everything's right there with you, where you need it. It's not, you're not reaching for it. If I would have had this machine 20 years ago, when I first started in this business, I'd feel a lot younger than I do now. I'm 45 and I'd feel like I'm about 30.
You're actually able to dig with your machine running. You're able to sit in this position right here at an almost 90-degree perpendicular to your stabilizers and work beside, which is great if you're in any tight quarters for doing any electrical or even digging something simple as a gas line. When you're on the side, on the street, you don't have to block a whole street, and you still get that full visibility of your work, and you're still in your seat and you're in the same position.
The 3 speed modes on the 310SJ allow the operator to change the situation of the hydraulics for whatever he's working in. If he's working in a tight area, he can slow them way down so he can have the precision and the control. Or if he's out in the trench where he's just blowing through a field, he can set it to the high speed and just go. The medium speed seems to be the one that most of my guys run on in an everyday situation, working around houses. They still have control of the machine and it's still quick enough for them.
There's 3 speeds on your boom right now, and there's one speed. It's really great for when you're lifting and carrying or whatever. It slows all your hydraulics down. The second one's for just basic work if you're working around doing some packing or some braking. But what I find is really great is I like to really wind it out, get a lot of speed and get the best I can out of a machine. What I find is I turn it up to the 3rd speed and I can bale dirt as fast as any other machine I've seen on site.
It's a lot smoother to operate. It'll make a rookie operator, a green operator, look a lot better.
I think one of the most convenient things would be this tool carrier. Being able to drop the forks, drop the bucket, pick up the forks, and move some material, place some material, put it back when you're done. You're not bothering superintendents and foremen to get another piece of equipment to do the same job you can do yourself. Sewer pipe, catch basins, steel, you name it, we're able to pick it up and move it.
The coupler on the 310SJ is adaptable to all of the Deere components that we can buy for that machine, as well as all of the Caterpillar attachments that we already own. It was a key factor in deciding whether to switch from Caterpillar to John Deere. The fact that it saved us a lot of money in not having to replace all of those attachments that we used on the Caterpillar. The one thing that we can do now on the 310SJ that we couldn't do before is select parallel lift. This gives us the ability to attach a set of forks and pick a load up level without any help from the operator, but it also lets us go back to the digging mode where we're not spilling material all over the ground as we're moving the machine.
I think the tool carrier feature on the 310SJ is generally a good overall feature in that it limits you having to rent other equipment to perform various tasks, because you can switch from one attachment to another, use the same machine. You don't have to stop to get out, go to another machine. The parallel lift feature on the 310SJ works out really well for me because some of the loads I have to carry need to be kept level, and I don't have to constantly adjust the bucket or the forks to maintain that level. Maintenance on the tool carrier on the 310SJ is easier than previous models. in that there's less zerks, and we get to work faster in the morning, and my maintenance time is a lot less.
Your visibility out of the machine when you're in the chair is incredible as well. They've changed the loader arms, I noticed, so a lot of time the hood, the slope of the hood, so you can really see in front of you when you're pushing or when you're using your forks. That's one of the best things you can see in machines is the cab is a lot wider. I'll shut the door here and you can barely hear anything outside, any of the external noise.
I've never done an interview like this before, and I wouldn't do this interview if I didn't really believe that John Deere was producing a very high quality piece of equipment.
It's absolutely been a positive add to my fleet of equipment, and the operators here just adore it and love it.
In this day and age, you have to have a tractor that's fast or you go home.
We've been in business for 15 years. I've personally ran backhoes for 25. I've ran every type of backhoe ever put out in the market. We've owned some cats. We've sold some cats. We've owned every type of John Deere made. I've ran every type of John Deere made, from the A all the way to the SJ, and I can tell you right now, this is the finest backhoe on the market today.